Hi guys, today I want to spend just a few minutes talking about your growth tracking, and you're going to complete this today as soon as you're done watching this video. So to begin, we're going to go to your week at a glance, and you are going to go down to BVA, and today is Monday, so you're going to click on this growth tracking link, and that's going to take you to this assignment right here. Once you're in there, you're going to load your growth tracker, okay? Now, the first two tabs are goals that I gave you for this year. So these are math goals. So the first one is to accept the challenge of and apply critical thinking skills to the study of advanced mathematics. And what that means is you are going to not only accept challenges, but also seek them out in order to improve your math abilities, okay? And each week, at the end of the week, so this week it'll be Thursday, but usually it'll be on a Friday, you're going to put in the date, and then you're going to answer each of these questions. So, are you doing things like asking good questions that extend your thinking? So think about the questions you ask on your WSQs or in class. Are those questions that are going to help us learn the topic more deeply? For example, some of you might have asked, what happens when there's an outlier to the mean? That would be extending the thinking of how do you find the mean? Then you're going to answer this question. Have you attempted quadrant 4 tasks this week? And if so, how many? And we'll be talking about what that means in class, quadrant 4. And then the third question is, have I chosen problems while working through the quadrants that challenge me or push my thinking in math? So those are when you have choices in math, particularly in quadrant 2, to pick problems to practice, are you picking just the first 5 because it's easy, or are you looking through the sheet and deciding which 5 look like they're going to challenge me and trying those and seeing if you get those problems correct? That's what we mean by that question. You will also reflect on goal 2. So again, you'll put the date at the end of each week. And this goal is I can use models appropriately and effectively when solving problems. So, have you used a model to solve a challenging problem in class or on a test or quiz? And remember, models don't just have to be the tiles, the colored tiles that we use. It could be an equation. It can be a table. It can be a graph. It can be some kind of pictorial representation. And of course, it could be those hands-on manipulatives. Which models did you use this week? And have you used models during a discussion with a peer to understand or to explain a problem? So if you're stuck or if a friend is stuck, did you help and explain to them using a model to illustrate what you were trying to say? The third goal is one you're going to make right for yourself. And this is going to be based on our metacognition surveys. So look, I'm clicking down here at the little tabs at the bottom to get to these goals. So what you're going to do is I have linked in the 3 metacognitive surveys that we've taken last week in class. You're going to look through your responses. And I want you to find one area. So for example, if you are looking through this survey here, and you noticed that debugging strategies was an area where you had at least 3 X's in the false category. So look for one where you have at least 3 X's in the false category. And if you don't have one with 3, that's okay. Look for 2 different areas where you combined might have 3 falses. So you're looking for the area where you're weakest. So let's say mine is debugging strategies. So I'm going to complete this sentence. This year, I plan to improve as a learner in the area of, and I'm going to type in debugging strategies. Okay? And then I'm going to go back and I'm going to give myself a question. Well, here we have statements. This first statement is, I ask others for help when I don't understand something. I'm going to take this statement, I'm going to copy it, and I'm going to turn it into a question. Okay? And I'm going to do that with 3 of my statements. So my second statement, I'm going to come and copy it, and I'm going to turn it into a question here. And at the end of each week, you're going to reflect on these questions as well. Okay? So you're just going to give a quick little answer to each of these questions at the end of this week. Once you have completed this slide, at the top here, you have a button that says Submit. I want you to hit that Submit button, and you will be done with this task. Please let me know if you have any questions, and I can't wait to see your goals.